Ah,
Namaste, yogis.
it's Goga. Kinda like yoga. 2 years in the game, 78 postures later. It is clear hip openers are the big boys or girls in yoga. From sitting ones, lunges, squats, goddesses, hamstring stretchers, including the inversions. With this foundation, I'm convinced that we are ready to take a 90-day journey towards the mother of them all. They call it hanumanasana, monkey, or as most of you know it, the splits. Enjoy the ride. Day number 10, we begin with 30 seconds jumping jacks. So inhale, exhale, keep jumping. And then as you raise your hands, they're not supposed to be straight, so your elbows will be bending slightly. And then you want to take your feet as wide as possible. 15 more seconds, inhale and exhale, jumping, just trying to create that bit of heat in the body. Oof. And then in 3, 2, and 1, we gently slow down the exercise, and then you want to take a rest before we move on to the next posture. So the next pose you're going to do a standing knee to chest pose. So you're going to grab your right knee, pull it towards your chest, and then maybe you can make circles with your ankles just to be able to feel that stretch. So we're going to do this for 60 seconds, so on both sides. So for 30 seconds we do the right side, and then we switch sides. And then see that maybe you can even take your knee towards the right and look towards the left, finding some nice hip stretch here. And then keep making those ankle rotations, just be able to stretch the ankle joints here. And then you want to feel some bit of hip opening going on here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, exhale. These are very nice balancing posture, and it's also good just to be able to work, the muscles of the standing foot, because you can feel like some slight burn going on there in a bit. Inhale, exhale. Gently bring my knee back to the center, hug it in one last time. We're done with our 60 seconds on this right side. So you're going to switch sides, so you do the same action on the left knee. So you hug your left knee to your chest, and then here keep making those ankle rotations once again. Our 60 seconds start now. Inhaling and exhaling. I like making ankle stretches while here, just to be able to find a deep stretch on the ankles. Inhale, exhale. Maybe take it towards the left, looking towards the right, feeling that nice hip opening going on there on the left hip flexors, and then bring it back to center. Make some few last rounds of the ankle rotations, and then when you're ready, you gently release the posture, and then prepare to the next cardio exercise, just be able to get the body warm. So we're going to do 30 seconds butt kicks, so just keep going, inhaling and exhaling very rapidly, and you can even quicken these steps as much as possible. So you are resting like your forearms or the maybe fists on your chest, and then you say that you can keep kicking your bum. Very powerful cardio stretch, just to be able to work up the warmth in the body, and then it's also like stretching the hamstrings as you're going here. Inhaling and exhaling. You can quicken and shorten as much as you want, and you can even make different movements here. You can make circles, you can do whatever you want in this posture, and then once you're ready, gently start slowing down the exercise and come into a comfortable rest after releasing the posture. My heart rate is up right here. And then stop the exercise. So I've done this for like about 1 minute. So the next exercise we're going to do skipping without rope for about 60 seconds. So think of it as having an imaginary rope, and then keep jumping. So you just keep skipping, and then you can even land on your heels and then keep going. It's very good for the cardiovascular system as you just keep jumping, just trying to create that bring that heart rate up, and also just trying to break a sweat a little bit here. Remember, in this split challenge you have to warm up, because without warm up we don't want to get into an injury. That's why we have to warm up. So keep going. 30 more seconds to go. We are halfway through this journey. inhaling and exhaling, keeping jumping with intentionality in this posture. And just make it fun. You can walk around both sides of the air mat, come back to center, and then as soon as you're ready, see whether you can gently release in the next 8 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stop the exercise gently and then take a bit of rest. The next exercise we are going to do a quad stretch. I'm just trying to be playful here in this posture. So a quad stretch is going to also just be able to help us stretch the thighs, so that we're able to now get into these stretches. So we start with the right side of the quad stretch. So you're going to grab your right foot or the left. You can start with whichever, and then let's pull it towards our glutes with both our hands. So you hold it here so you do it for 60 seconds, but yeah, you can do it on both knees, so you can divide the time. And then you want to keep your upper body as straight as possible. And then release the posture, switch sides. So now we grab our right ankle, and then we pull that heel towards the right glute. And then you're able to see the knees pointing down towards the mat underneath me. Trying to keep the upper body straight as possible and just gaze forward. Inhaling and exhaling. For the next 15 seconds, keep holding on to this posture, just stretching the other side of the quad. And then once you're ready, release. The next posture we're going to do is the lying leg abduction. So come on to lying on the mat. With an inhale, you spread your legs open, and then with an exhale, you bring your feet to touch. Inhale, open the legs. Exhale so that the feet can touch. So you want to do this for about 30 seconds. So this is a lying leg abduction. These are very good postures, just be able to stretch the inner thighs and also the groin area. Inhaling and exhaling. So make it count for the next 30 seconds. And then gently release and come into a comfortable sitting position. And then the next posture we are going to do a dynamic left leg stretch. So you're going to bend your right knee, and then you're going to straighten your left knee. That makes sure that the hamstring on the left is totally straight. So you want to maybe lift up your upper body, and then bring your hands onto your knees, and then push your left knee downwards. Inhale, lift your chest up, press your knee downwards. So the right knee stays bent the entire time, and then you can keep your left leg totally straightened. And then maybe you can even bring your hands down on the mat, just be able to feel that entire stretch. And then you can even rest your hands there on your knees. It's perfectly fine, keeping your upper body with a flat back. So you hold this posture for 40 seconds on this particular side before we switch to the other sides. So stay here for 12 more seconds or so, and then gently release. So we switch sides. Dynamic right leg stretch. So now again, you bend your left knee slightly, and then you want to straighten your right hamstring. And then you can either stay with a flat back, or otherwise you can just keep lifting your upper body up and then bend, pushing the right knee slightly towards the back. You'll feel a very juicy stretch right on the entire right hamstring. And then you want to do this for about 40 seconds, and then maybe hold it for a bit by bringing your hands down and just feel that entire juicy stretch on the entire right hamstring. And then you can either keep your hands on your knees as well and just hold it here. Inhaling and exhaling. And then gently prepare to release and come out of the posture with a bit of intentionality. One last exhale, gently release. The next posture and routine you're going to do, we are just going to cross, touch, and reach. So you reach up, creating a cross, and then you say that you can tap the either side of the ankle. So you can either start with the right side or the left side. So here I'm tapping my left ankle, and then I come up, I tap my right ankle. So you do this for about 60 seconds or right about a minute. So these are very good posture as well, because it also helps you find a bit of a twist, especially on the upper body. And then it also just try to work on the shoulders there as you come down. So try to keep a flat spine as you're coming down. You don't want to overly twist. So it's you want to be parallel to the ground underneath you as you keep tapping the ankles. As you come up, you're creating a cross, and then you tap the opposite ankle. So you keep doing this until we are done for 60 seconds. Very nice cardio exercise as well. Just be able to warm up and just prepare the hamstrings for the stretches, and then gently release. Catch your breath. The next posture you're going to do some side lunges for about, we'll do these side lunges for about 60 seconds as well. So you move towards the right, stretch towards the left, come back to center, take a side lunge towards the right. These are very good foundation just to be able to prepare us for Skandasana or the ninja squat, which I'll be talking about in a couple of days. So you go towards one side and hold it there for a bit, and then you switch. So keep swinging from side to side, just be able to find this nice, beautiful side lunge stretch. This keeps on working and stretching your either hamstrings, either both on the right and both on the left. And see whether you can even hold on one side for a bit, come back to center, see whether you can hold on the opposite side and just be able to experience that stretch. Then come back to center one last time, come back up, stretch on the opposite side. So you keep doing this for about a minute and then gently release. You can massage your hamstrings. Then the next what you're going to do, you're going to come into a comfortable sitting position, and then we're going to see whether we can reach our hands towards our feet. So you want to keep moving your hands forward as if you're like you're rowing a boat or something, and then you want to say that like you can reach these fingers to touch your toes or even go beyond your toes. So I'm trying to create a stance here of rowing my boat because there's a tropical island right behind me. So, trying to just respect the spirit of the space. So you can keep doing this for about 60 seconds, moving your hands forward. You want to breathe as naturally as possible, so don't overexert the breathing. And then you want to just feel that entire deep hamstring stretch. Another option, you can keep walking your hands alongside your thighs and then gently release as soon as you're ready. Let me get some bit of water here. Hydrate. It's very important, guys, to hydrate. And then gently release. The next posture we are going to do is a butterfly stretch. So bring the soles of your feet to touch, and then once you grab like your ankles, you want to flap maybe your knees downwards towards the ground. Seated butterfly stretch or hanumanasana. So keep pressing your knees down as much as possible. Just be able to feel that stretch and opening on the hip flexors. And then you want to keep your upper body straight, and then you're just gazing forward, feeling that stretch. So you can either keep flapping your knees up and down, or otherwise you can freeze and just keep pushing them down as much as possible and hold this butterfly stretch for about 60 seconds. So you'll notice that with time, as we continue with the challenge, the knees will keep coming down towards the ground even more. Just be able to find a deeper stretch in this posture. A few more seconds in this posture. Inhale, exhale. Bringing awareness into your breath, sending it to your hip joints. So the journey to splits will involve a lot of hip openers, and hanumanasana is one of them. Gently release the posture and take a rest. The next posture we are going to do a hamstring stretch, especially on the right side. Hamstring stretch is also what you call the seated forward fold. Think of it as a sitting triple. So you're going to bring your left foot on your right thigh, and then you want to push your left knee as much as possible, and then make sure your sitting glutes are grounded so you can pull the flesh of your bum out, and then so that you can reach and grab your right foot. And then keep your chest straight, and just the spine will be able to get straight, so you don't want to overly round the back. But if you want more challenge, you can even pull your belly in, inhale, lengthen, and then so that you can bow and kiss your knee, and then just hold it here for about 40 seconds on this side. Inhaling, exhaling. Otherwise, feel free to just keep a flat back and gaze forward. You can even bring a micro bend onto that knee if it's too much on your hamstring. You don't want to tear your ligaments at this point. And then just bow here, inhale and exhale. And then gently release. We're going to switch sides and take a rest. So seated hamstring stretch now on the left side. So see whether you can bend your right knee, and see whether you can press your right foot on the left thigh, and then reach forward and see whether you can grab your left foot. And then you want to make sure that you're not overly extending the spine, so you can keep your chest open, or rather so that you can bow and just round your back and just feel that nice gentle stretch and the entire hamstring. And then if grabbing the tops of the foot is a bit too easy, you can even walk your hands alongside that left foot and so that you can grab your heels just to feel that deep stretch, and hold it here for about 40 seconds. And then gently release. The next posture and the final posture we're going to do frog pose, dynamic frog pose. So take your knees as wide as your mat if possible. Just go as wide as you can, not as wide as your mat. And then you want to bring your feet into Charlie Chaplin, so they're pointing on opposite sides. And then from there, see whether you can press your palms down and then keep pushing your bum towards the back. So when you push your bum towards the back, you'll feel a very interesting stretch, especially on your hip flexors. So you can keep making these forward and backward thrusts on frog pose. And just stay here for a bit, inhaling and exhaling. So you can either choose to stay here. So you're going to stay in this frog for about 60 seconds. So you can either stay with your hands here, or otherwise that you can bring your forearms down. The moment you bring your forearms down, it gets even deeper, and then just keep sliding your bum towards the back. The more you keep pushing your bum towards the back, the more you'll feel that very deep stretch on the hip flexors. And then with time, you'll notice that you can even slide your knees slightly, on either side, just be able to extend this frog pose. And you stay here for about 60 seconds. Frog pose is a very intense hip opener. It is a deep hip opener. A lot of emotions are bound to come in when you're staying in this posture for long. But at the end of the day, it has a very vital lesson, especially on letting go and just relaxing and staying with what is, whatever sensation you're feeling right about now. So you want to stay in this posture. A few more breaths here left. Inhale, exhale. Bring your hands to your heart center. Namaste. Bye, guys. Others gently release. Then come into standing.